section where actually we do have a serious letter. If Beth will stop pulling faces. You know, my mother used to say, if the wind changes, your face will be set like that forever.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't pull those faces.
Okay.
Sorry, Mother, you can't teach her a thing. Anyway, we've got a letter here from a lady, and she is concerned about a question of ethics, and we like to think that people are concerned about this, so Beth's going to read the letter.
Yeah, so we already did a video on this, but we have no sounds.
This is one of the ones that was lost, okay?
So now here is the message. Beth and Darren's, I am your avid fan in your advice episode, and I decided to send my own problem. I am a single mother of 3 girls, all cesarean delivery. I am 30 years old. My husband died 2 years ago because of accident. After a year of grieving for his death, I decided to chatting foreigner online. I chat Dean, 58 years old. He's visited me already last year, and I forget the pain already and ready for another chapter of my life with my kids and Dean. The problem now is Dean is very vocal. Vocal and is very showy, right? The problem now is Dean is very vocal that he wants a child. But the problem is I can't give that to him because I had my ligations after my 3 cesarean delivery. I am scared to tell him because I don't want to lose him. What should I do? Please advise me and your subscribers. Please, yeah, that's it. Please advise me and your subscriber. Please don't mention my name.
Okay, well, Miss No Name, if you have already withheld the information, then you're already at fault. And you're not just at fault, you've made a mistake, because it's always easier to tell the truth at the beginning of any relationship. It's always easier to tell the truth right up front. If you do it then, neither have invested a great deal of time and emotion. So in effect you could actually walk away and not feel too bad. But now you've invested some emotion. You've been Skyping probably, you've been texting, you've been messaging, he's been here, he's visited you, you've had a great time. You've obviously spoken about a lot of things which all make sense of you being together. So, now what to do? There is only one thing to do in my mind, and that is to tell the truth. There's only one way, because and tell it soon. Don't wait. Don't wait until there will never be an ideal time to tell the truth.
Yeah.
There's only now.
Yeah, you're right. And, you know, because from the very beginning you should tell him, you know, and whatever his decision is, if he really loves you, if he really cares you, then he will fight for that love, you know, and just tell him the truth, you know, because the important in relationship is respect, communication, loyalty, you know, so an understanding in the relationship, you know. So if Dean really loves you, then he will understand the situations that you cannot provide any child to him. At the same time, you can explain to him that, you know, I got my 3 kids and you will be the father figure of my 3 kids, you know, so just like that. And you know, you could explain him also that there are some instances that yes, it could not be from our own, you know, but sometimes, you know, it's not kids, it's not just from the womb, but it's also from the heart, you know. So once the kids is having mingled to Dean, and then he gonna love it, you know. He gonna love the kids, he gonna accepted him, the kids, and the kids will accepted him as a father to them, you know. So you just tell him the truth, you know, because by this time now it's so difficult because you already invested time, emotions, love, you know. So both of you will be in pain once whatever decisions that he gonna do, you know. So the best things to do now is tell him the truth.
Yeah, the thing about withholding the truth is that not only is it easier at the beginning, it gets much harder as time goes on, because when the truth is withheld, he is going on a false premise. He's going on the fact that he has been told the truth. And why would he think otherwise if he has trusted you so far? So the withheld truth becomes a betrayal.
Yeah.
Now it's not just something that you could have told him easily at first. It's become something which, when he is told, it will be a betrayal. Now, I suggest that you handle this by saying, I have something important to tell you, and I should have told you this right at the beginning, but I was afraid of losing you. But I realize now that we have to have the truth. And so, in other words, you build up the fact that you are aware that you should have told him, and that you know that his feelings may be hurt, but even so, you are still going to tell him the truth.
Yeah, because he needs to know the truth, you know.
Yes.
And at the same time, it's just for your own good, you know, because you don't want to continue the relationship, getting married, and then later on he will find out that you've been in the allegations, and then maybe he could lead him to made a betrayal to you, you know, in the relationship, you know. So
Yeah, in other words, he might let you down.
yeah, so the important thing for now is you need to tell him, and whatever his decision, accepted it. And if he is not willing to continue in the relationship, then it's not your loss, it's his loss, you know.
But
and
this is not all bad news,
yeah,
because it's not just you that's invested a lot of love and time and being together. It's not just you, it's also him. So he is obviously now heavily invested in your relationship. So it's not actually going to be that easy for him to just walk away. So tell him the truth. Now, you know, for Beth and I, drawing on our experience, when we first met, I had to tell her, she was talking about having a baby, and I had to tell her that, well, I'm sorry, but I've had the vasectomy, and that kind of was a point at which she was not sure whether she was going to continue with the relationship, and so I took a risk, but it was important for me for her to know that I would tell her the truth, even though it was very difficult. Now, obviously, we're here, and I had a reversal, so we found a way to handle that, and we now hope and pray for the dream to come true. Now, it's quite possible that with a medical examination and an appraisal of what the lady's condition is, it may turn out that there can be a reversal here too, in which case she will be able to go on and have a child. So all is not lost, but the first thing to do is tell the truth.
Yeah, I agree, you know, because the important thing is telling the truth, because that's the foundation, that's one thing, the one foundations of the relationship, you know. Because when Terence and I met, you know, when on the first time that we met, Terence already told me that, you know. So when I found that, I said, you know, I already don't, I said, no, it can't work, you know, it can't, you know. But later on, we've been texting because he's been back to Pampanga, you know. So we just met few hours, you know. We've been talking, and he's been a good guy, you know. You know, but then when he said about that, when he revealed that, while we talked, so I said, I've been in the office, and I said, it can't be work, it can't, you know. But when the later on that we texting, we calling, we talk, you know, and then we've been talking personal, then I just realized that it's not just you know, that the basis, because we've been talking, is there a remedy on that? I Google it, you know. I Google on my personal to answer it, to prove that is there a remedy on it, you know. So until I decided on myself that it's not just the basis on that, you know, because we never know what's in the future, you know. And I believe that if you really meant to that person, no matter what circumstances it is, you will end it up to that person, you know, because I believe in destiny, you know. So that's one thing. And yes, we've been from the very beginning, I tell to Terence that it could be a possible options, when you got that thing, and then is there a possible that it be connected? And I said yes. I Google it to make sure, and it's correct, so just like that,
So we had that done.
yeah.
Oh,
So we got that
oh,
done,
we,
and
we didn't have it done. I had it done.
yeah, he got it done, and we're still we're praying, because that's our desire, and if God's given that on his time, on his perfect times, we're really really happy for that, so as I says, as my personal experience, you need to tell the truth to your to that man, tell the truth to that man, and whatever his decisions is, because if he's really loves you, he will fight for you, whether you're gonna have a child or not, because it's not because on our basis, just for Terence and I, we're really praying for a child, but for now that the child is not yet given to us, we're really enjoying our company, we're really enjoying each other's, because
And we have a mission. We have a shared
yeah.
our shared mission, which occupies us 24/7. Actually,
Yeah, and it's about communication, communications, and love each other every day, because we never know what happened tomorrow.
no.
There's no guarantee, so the important is you tell him, and whatever his decision, if it's not meant for you, he will never be meant for you, so just ask and guidance, and
Yes.
continue hoping and believing that the right man will come in your life, as
Right.
and also to your kids, because the important, just also remember that since you got 3 kids, you need to find the right man, the right man, not just for you, but at the same time, the man that will accept your kids and will protect your kids, so have a good day. Thank you for sharing, and as I said, don't hide the truth, because if you hide the truth, later on it will just like a smoke, it will fly on its own, right?
What?
It will it will come out. No matter how you try to cover, the smoke will come out.
The smoke.
Yeah,
That's right.
so tell the truth, because nothing hurts for the truth.